same higher highs and higher lows. The moment when you have two swing highs, or the moment when you have two higher highs, what happens? Just check. We're having the low swing, the higher swing, the low swing, the higher swing, the low swing, the higher swing. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all and I hope each and every one of you is having an awesome day today. It's Omari Jaguar, the Omari JJ, and I'm back again with another exciting video. On today's video, we're going to be looking at XAUUSD, Usdjpy, NAS100, as well as the DXY. You know where we always start. We always start from the DXY. Let's check the DXY. DXY. I'm in a very good mood today. As you can see, the dollar is very much positive. The positivity of a dollar clearly shows that we are gonna be having the buys on USD first. So USD first is the base currency, USD second is a code currency. So you're having sells on the code, you're having buys on the base currency. So this is clear as it comes. So we're gonna start by doing what? We're gonna start by doing drawing our horizontal line, which is in the support zone, and drawing another horizontal line which is in the resistance zone. So it's very much important to mark all the previous highs in the market, all the previous higher highs in the market, all the previous highs, and all the previous lows in the market. It's very much important you mark that, you have an idea of what is really happening. So I've marked my support zone, I've marked my resistance zone. This is what I would say at the time was a support, and this is what I would say at the time was a more of a support as well. And then it never became a resistance, became a resistance here, became a resistance here, it became resistance here, it became resistance there. So it's very much important that you start by looking at what was happening on the left. This is the left side, and this is the right hand side of the market. What happens on the left hand side determines exactly what might take place on the right hand side of the market. So you then mark here. So when I mark here like this, I see that, okay, fine, this is what I would just look into as my W formation. Beautiful. Cool. We're pushing up. We might be pushing to almost 98.827. We might be pushing towards that point to test this high over there. So let me just try to bring about the Fibonacci retracements. They're going all the way there to the top. So as you can see, 0.38, that's where we retraced and came back. So we retraced and it also came to 0.5 here. The 61.8, the 16.8 here. We might be pushing until further up there. It normally 100. I don't know how. You see, you guys gonna help me. I don't know how the Fibonacci retracements levels are always marked in TradingView. I don't understand why they mark them like that, because I'm used to the normal Fibonacci retracements. But these ones, I don't know these numbers, why they mark them like this. I really do not know. It's always 0. I don't know, 61.8. It's always like somewhere, and then I don't know how they mark them. I'm used to the ones from MT5 and MT4. Those ones are actually much more clearer to me. But as you can see, all these lines, they show you where the market can possibly retrace. That's how you actually get to know them. So you draw them from the lowest point on the market and then you draw them towards the highest point on the market, and then you see where the market was retracing all along. As you can see, everywhere where the market retraced is actually a new zone. Everywhere it's actually a new zone where the market retraced. Where it didn't retrace, it really came back and then it did retrace. So I think we agree with each other that this week we're having a bullish USD. So we are having a bullish USD. Let's hope it becomes bullish until Friday on NFP, because you do know and then you recall that this is indeed an NFP week. So moving right along, we've seen that. Let's go to the first pair, which is USDJPY. USDJPY, I did drop a signal last night, and I told my guys that USDJPY, we're looking for good buying opportunities. When we woke up in the morning, USDJPY was flying, 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 flying. Yo, like fly say far SA. So it was flying very much. What I actually marked and so that I marked this support area here. I marked the support area, and I did show my students that here we have a ranging market, but a ranging market that won't sell. Why this ranging market won't end up selling was because we were having a very strong support area. This support area that we're having was very strong, stronger than my girlfriend's head. Look, 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 look. We supported here, we supported here. Here, they were just taking liquidity. They were just playing with liquidity here. They didn't want to just give us a clear buy. This is the other thing that made me to confirm my buying opportunities, that we were actually coming to this new support area here. See, we already had the main support area here, and then we jumped up to this new support area here. Every time when we were supporting here, as you can see, we're supporting here. So now the market was actually playing on this support area. Whoever who actually took a buy here, look, a market came to take them out on a stop loss, and then they took a buy again. The market went up. They were very happy. It came back to take them out on a stop loss. They took a buy again. It went up, came back to take them on a stop loss. But look here, it didn't come actually down there. It came to test this positions here that I've just marked for you guys, and then that's when we got our straight buying opportunities. Even now, I'm still holding on this. You guys would see that if you are a good person, if you are able to notice things, you would realize that USDJPY setup looks exactly like the setup that we're having right now with the DXY. Look at this. This setup looks exactly like the setup that we're having on the DXY. Let me show you the DXY, the dollar index. This setup looks more or less the same. Look, 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 look. There's no difference. There's no difference on this setup. It looks more or less the same. Look, 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 look. DXY looks exactly like the USDJPY. Look, look at this, guys. This is amazing. I've never seen this even before. I've never even noticed this before. I've never ever noticed this before. It's my first time seeing this. Guys, USDJPY setup looks exactly like the DXY setup. Bruh. Okay. Guys, this is a shock of my life. I've never realized this before. Can people tell me why? Why do these setups look the same? Look, 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 look. Guys, why do these setups look the same? And you can see that USDJPY finally broke up. So this is a clear signal for NFP, guys. Look, you can see up there, USDJPY already showed us the proper buys, and then the DXY is still coming. It still has to come up there at the top. It still has to come up there at the top. You can see this sold, and then it was ranging up, then it sold, and then you see this higher high. Look at this. We've reached the high high, then we came back to retrace a little bit. So as you can see with the DXY, we have not yet came up there at the top, which means that we're gonna be having a bullish USD for quite some time. We're gonna be having a bullish USD for quite some time. Look at this. I'm expecting this to continue. Guys, my first time realizing this. I'm expecting this. Okay, it sold here, right? Came back and it sold again. I'm expecting it to go up there. I'm expecting the DXY this week to buy until there. So this simply means that on NFP you buy USD first. On NFP you buy USD first. NFP I'm expecting buys from USD first. So that is what I'm expecting from NFP. I'm expecting buys on USD first. And these buys are not going to stop there. I'm expecting them to continue buying further up. I'm expecting them to continue buying further up. I'm expecting them to continue buying further up. Expecting them to continue buying further up. So as you can see right now, we have a new candle that just came. We have a new candle that just came, and I'm expecting it can come to retrace. It can come to retrace. I'm gonna set up these levels, and never that far. I'm gonna set up this level here. Can come to play on this level, and then if the moment we pass there, the moment we test above here and then we start buying, let me just show you what I'm saying. The moment we come here, I'm expecting us to continue buying like this. The moment we break above here, and then we come back, we test, I'm expecting us to continue buying like that. I'm expecting us to continue buying like that. So that is what I'm having on Usdjpy. So then let's just check on gold. XAUUSD. Let's check on gold. Let's check on gold. You know, whenever the dollar index is strong, you expect the opposite on gold. However, gold has not yet showed that. For the first time, Usdjpy and gold are buying at the same time. I heard one of my guys on our group was laughing at the same thing and saying, look at gold is buying with Usdjpy. What is really happening? I also do not have the answers of that, but gold is still collecting liquidity, and it shall collect it, and it shall continue collecting it. Gold is still collecting some beautiful liquidity there. It's trapping everyone who's selling. Gold is trapping everyone who's selling at the time and moment. Everyone who's busy selling gold is crying because it's the right thing that gold should happen. Gold right now, the market makers, they know that you guys know about support and resistance. You think that they do not know that you guys are taught support and resistance? We have these videos almost everywhere. When I started Forex, that is what I was taught as well. That there's support, there's resistance. That's the most basic part of learning how to trade. So they know those things. They already are well equipped. They know how to play around on those support and resistance structures. They know what to do to you guys to make you not believe that support and resistance works. Actually, it does work. It does work. However, they make you believe it doesn't because they want you to take wrong decisions, to not trust yourself. They want you to not trust yourself with the decision that you've made. With this being said, as you guys can tell here, we were having a beautiful buy. We're having a beautiful buying setup. This is a beautiful buying setup. And then what happened? We broke below. We came back to test. We came back to test. And then we were supposed to be selling until that far. But we didn't. We went, we had a highest high again, higher than the one that we had previously. You see now, this is important. Let me highlight it here. Let me highlight it. Let me highlight it here. This point is very much important because this point was supposed to be a resistance. Anyone who would have bought here would have made that to be their take profit. But how did we break above that? So when we break above now here, we clearly are showing that we have now what? We have now a higher high. This is the highest high. This is the highest high, of which I would say it's equivalent to this one here. It's equivalent to this one over here. Of which someone, I know people who would have said, gold is a fake breakout. If it's a fake breakout, why this point was recorded previously? Why that point was recorded previously? So right now we have double top formation. We have a double top formation. Let me just do this. We have a double top formation. Erase everything else. Remove everything else. We have a double top formation now. So where is my double top formation? Here is it. There is a double top. We have a double top. Having this double top clearly shows that we are done testing. We've tested this position there. It's a double top formation. And then when do you start to spot the selling opportunities? That's a question that I'm asking you. When you have a higher high and a higher low. So let's just write here higher high and a higher low. I want to show you in a higher lows. So I want to show you the series of higher highs and higher lows. That's a buy. So when does it happen that now we change the direction? When we see this is a swing high, actually, yeah. Let's just go to it. I want to show you something. This is very much gonna be interesting. Let's see how to identify the uptrends and the downtrends, higher highs and higher lows and lower highs. Okay, fine. I understand that. I know that very well. Look at this here. I want us to look at this picture. All right, here. So we're having the series of swing highs and swing lows, which is this very same higher highs and higher lows. The moment when you have two swing highs or the moment when you have two higher highs, what happens? Just check. We're having the low swing, the higher swing, the low swing, the higher swing, the low swing, the higher swing. The moment you have two equal higher highs, the moment we have two equal highs, look at what happened previously before we could even have those two equal highs. We're having okay, here the market is actually not ranging, but it's actually an uptrend. This is an uptrend. This is not a downtrend or an uptrend or a whatever. It's a sideways, which is a ranging market. The moment you start seeing a ranging market, and then you spot a swing high that is equal to the previous swing high, that's when you are expecting a downtrend. I always look at this. It's the most basic form of forex, the most basic form of trading. However, it's very much important to look into because now you have people who are going to be looking for buying opportunities because gold has not yet been selling for quite some time. But now they forgot the most basic form of forex, that when you are having the swing high and then the lower low, which is what? An uptrend. We are going up a series of swing highs, and the swing lows is an uptrend. But either way, but let me just say the series of higher highs and higher lows, that's an uptrend. A series of lower lows and lows, that's a downtrend. So right now we're having two swing highs, which is two higher highs at the top. And after we had that when we've had that after we were on a ranging market, which is an Asian session. Most of the people, they say that they see the ranging market mainly on an Asian session. So then we have these two equal highs. Two equal highs makes us is an indication of the change of direction. Even if you can draw a line like this, it's gonna show you that now it's a change of direction. Let's just compare what we are saying with this. You see, we're having the series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. I mean, higher highs and lower and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. And then now we were now obligated to this. Let me just, even if I put it here or even I put it here, it's still the same thing. But anyway, let me put it here. And then now we're ranging for some time. There was no point where we went to test that. Where we went to test that a higher high. That was the highest high in the market. We even passed it a little bit with just some few pips, just to make people to be mistaken. They even passed it a little bit. That's to make people who were holding think that now this thing is gonna buy even harder. So after that, after we've tested, look at how we are now starting to sell. So I wouldn't be surprised to see gold giving me this setup. No, let me, I didn't want this one. I wanted this one. So I wouldn't be surprised to see gold starting to give us the setup. Again, this is the most important part, is gold giving us the setup, and then gold selling, coming, and then gold being free. I wouldn't be surprised to see gold starting to give me this setup here. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing gold giving me that setup. I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing gold giving me a setup of that nature. I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing gold giving me a setup of this nature. No, I wouldn't. Let's see how it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing gold giving me a setup of this nature. It won't be easy. It won't just be a downfall, because you might not forget. You mustn't forget, this is gold, bruh. This XAUUSD. This is the commodity. This is something you can hold. I cannot hold Usdjpy with my hands, but gold, I can hold it with my hands. Oil, I can hold it with my hands. Platinum, I can hold it with my hands. Silver, I can hold it with my hands. Nasdaq, it's just a company. I can't hold it with my hands. I can't say this is Nasdaq. So yeah, this was a very much interesting overview. Let's just check out on NAS100. NAS100. I did make a call on this previously when I was analyzing, but there you know NAS100 must also follow gold. So whoever who is buying NAS100, I don't know they're buying it for what, but I'm gonna do this and show you why you mustn't buy NAS100. Why you mustn't buy NAS100. So this is a clear head and shoulders pattern that is demonstrated to us here. This is a clear Head and shoulders pattern that is demonstrated in front of our eyes here. So in most of the times when it's like this, I know that they always say in the books that you must always say in the books that you must take action straight up on the neckline like this. You must start selling on a neckline, whatever, wara like this. Put a stop loss above. You see what I always do on the neckline? When it gets to the neckline, I'm actually gonna buy. On the neckline, I'm gonna buy. On this neckline, when it comes here, I'm gonna buy. And put it on the previous high and wait and buy. The reason why I'm gonna buy is this. If when I get to the neckline, I do not sell below and I come back to test and then I sell, I'm gonna definitely buy on the neckline. I'm looking for buys on the neckline. If this doesn't happen, I'm looking for buys on the neckline. As clear as that. As clear as that. I'm looking for buys on the neckline if that doesn't happen. But if it happens, I'm selling hard. I'm selling hard. So that is it from me today. It's Omari JJ. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video in as much as I did. If you did, man, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe on my channel, man. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I wish I can drop these every day, but sometimes I'm very much busy with my own trading. I never get to. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Please support me, man. Please support local YouTube. Please support me, man. I'm always gonna bring you fire content. Thank you so much for today. See you again next time.